Hello, mateys. This is Discovery Scouts, a Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. Today is Sunday, February 26, 2017 today. So, we have a new doorknobs today. And this is not gonna work right now. So, we can do instructed about things about the gray. For the minimum for this time about aftermath. Well, if it moves to the door around in my room or hallways, kind of that it is not. That'll be wasting the time about the different. I just wanted to go to a haircut. So today's the day. My announcing that having Cavill today is Cheryl Marshall and Rachel as Alessandra Daddario and the second characters. Serban Kinsley, the third characters, and also we started about February 25th to March 28th. All we do today, as normal guy, is Hammond says, "Could you please stop taking in a lots of pictures outside? Those the trailers thing. It's kind of creepy and loud." But she says that we reply as if Alessandra says, "I could take the selfies with you. I can do it outside, not in a trailer." So, having just said that, the millions of timers there on the Instagrams today, he just literally be seeing about a snowy thing that took a lot of photo shoots and selfies today, and as a lot of them about the 65,000 views today. And this is from really today. My reality we have been noticing some of the nomis today. She has really the most specials today. Want to think about the marshal? Want to think about the marshal's wife, the sheriff and Rachel. Same thing like in the husband and the wife. And they were supposed to be something else, to do something about staying hanging out from the hospitals. When the second one, she was to look down there to her husband, but his wife, the first one, is stay on the hospitals. She is taking the breath away. And she seems where we're gonna do. She's gonna have to start it now. Let's see how it's been going up to sometimes, if it thinks about the works that's out that really happens there. It's just there was difficult to see how did and the B-rolls today and make up for the trailers, TV spots, and full movies and miscellaneous and the hottest and cute, the beautiful and super cute, and where else she says. When she says in a bended about last 3.5 years, so Alex has the Percy Jackson Sea of Monster, the second movie. And she says James McAvoy, and he has a crush on her for Steve Martin. And the third one is Henry Cavill. She says she was super cute. And she literally should seem like a Man of Steel as Superman, the Batman vs. Superman, Suicide Squad, Justice League, and the Batman movie, and the Superman Untitled, and also the superheroes today. And those are have a 183 minute minimum. And those are the who's agreed. If everything we hear seems all of them about the size, the 1.5 on my quarter stare for the interesting. But the Nomos have the most the first characters on Henry Cavill's name of it for the Tudors, and those who seems all of the movies are called the DC Comics as Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, and mentioned Suicide Squad, Justice League, and the second character is Alessandra Daddario on Percy Jackson film series, Variant the X, Texas Chainsaw 3D, is Always Sunny in Philadelphia, White Collar, True Detective, and The Last Man on Earth, Workaholics, American Horror Story Hotel, the romantic movies to choice, When We First Met, Baywatch, Bake to Brooklyn, and see it seems looks how they're doing here. Life Attacks short film. Then the Magic Dragon's radioactive, and We Will Always Live in a Castle. And those upcoming movies is proposing means to be called and the Nomis. And the third one is the Sir Ben Kingsley's On the Jungle Book in 2016's movie. And he plays Bagheera. He seems like a second one about the Black Panther. It looks like the scene about Black Leopard and Mountain Lion and Cougar. Even though Catamount do something a minute of someone else to do. One of the three characters only is also we met to do something in really moments. Want to think about 65,000 people out of this scene about the movie theaters in Canada. This is all we need to know. Nomis do have 2018. The sum is as 2018 for the playing action we made about specials to do. But Logan Lerman, Sidney Halls from Percy Jackson, the first characteristic, first and the second movie, The Perks of the Wallflowers, and Noah, Fury, and Indignations. Maybe currently to be single one to be against one of them each size. Stuck in Love, which is 2013, as now he been never seen before. I would look like to see the logos too for his best friends Dean Collins. And one of his selfies takes about the love of the both for each other. But the love of those best friends, she was since 25th birthday squad here. And my individuals has started now. I have actually been about a torching about the end of a relationship about last year. When Logan Lerman and Alison Daddario broke up with them. And it was a bit love is a lie. Love is a lie. She can't do that. She can't do that anytime but wanting to be their best friends. They tried to do something about Inquisitors here, but the August 18, 2016, Healy's Percy Jackson 3 The Titan's Curse. For Alessandra looks something like the actor like in Indignations. When she met for the baseball field dating for Ben Verlander, she was been about first time that she's about currently single for his ex-boyfriend. One is a new boyfriend each other about followers about Alex and Alex D, the Ben V. And his brother Justin Verlander and his wife Kate Upton. Then she was been about the layover about 2016. At the theaters and in most theaters to be started about William H. Macy on Jurassic Park 3. Daddario was the scenes about relatively his brother, sister Matthew, and Catherine. Her parents, Christina and Richard, and she lives about Los Angeles, California. Her daughter Alessandra and Catherine, and he plays Alec Lightwood for Shadowhunters. It taken care of my advances. That I am not sure, and Alec likes it about saying something like the Lightwoods do. My identity with his about the plants thing, and I am not. She has ever seen to be like that. She was working. She's doing great. Inspirations. So like this says, doing great those jobs.
Listen. Okay, Simon, go hurry up and finish your tape.
As long as about 15 more minutes.
Interesting. Their water thing is right in their driveway.
Recording for 15 more minutes.
Their water thing is in their driveway.
Yeah.
I wish ours was in the driveway. That would
So-
be a lot easier, dude. You know what I mean?
So announcements today continued. So when
Simon, do you have money?
yeah,
Okay.
when the Shadowhunters on tomorrow on 8 o'clock today, Matthew was started to play Alec today on the second season, and as a recognize for you guys, as known to be I know to be my new friend here as Dominic Sherwood, Amira Tobia, Catherine McNamara, Alberta Wilson, and as she knows where you here, and Lily Collins, and Lily Siemens, and Kelly Wabach. Alvin Shadowhunters is so super hot today, so super too cute the hot today. She was pretty awesome. She was pretty very sex. As you know, she is great and good, everything. But Zach was same thing, like the particular with workout events. He went there about watching those to the Lift Kelly today, and he seems like about the neighbors to his sorority rising, and he was a very hot.
30, Dad.
Looks, it seems about first movie about last 2.5 years, so there will be the same surprise. Was with Seth Rogen and Ross Bryant, and Aki Baranentos, and those are the three guys and the parents versus sister parenthood, and against the sisterhood. And they outed there to the dorm room, and so they decided to see where's it gonna do to try to kick them out. Well, I haven't recognized what we done there about 10 size. For I have a really most relatively about most sacks, very great working out events for every years, and he was doing my abs and obliques and latissimus dorsis and biceps, gluteus maximus, hamstrings and calves, quadriceps, and hip flexors, and those are the shoulders and the neck. And the neck should be about workout events. This is what we get for from under about muscular system on passion for professions. She has the really most good working out, and she's been dated about 5 years. Where Zach was enema for Vanessa Hudgens in about 2010, and she was been new dating for her boyfriend, a lot of things as true love. And she realized didn't like the paparazzi. She took the photo shoot.
Hi.
She didn't like the flash. Let's see Vanessa and Cara Delevingne and compilation. She has paparazzi's fighting.
Are you trying to do like a Chinese-looking Stevie Wonder? Or
Why?
something?
Why would they wonder? I wonder recognize her about fighting things about compilations of paparazzi, about those about the hitting each other, the hitting camera. No idea. The blocking the women's in the vans, the cars, the trucks, and those are the bodyguards and the units, and those who sees how to see about 80 for security guards and officers that said that tried to back up, tried to get out of there. You have to get out, so you can take pictures. No flashing out loud, so no flash. Took a lot of pictures and allowed there. So click on them a few hundred times. When
Oh my God, sorry.
Justin Bieber and arguments about the photographers, and he spoke up from Selena Gomez. And he's been about aftermath. Recorded there for 6 years last. For I know the such things is really enormous things. He is annoying for the paparazzis. They're on the Pop Candles, the TV show. Pop Candles TV on YouTube channels. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to Pop Candles there on TV. So you can do that on YouTube channels. Most of them have a few thousand, and hundreds of them. All we have to do that, and you could do whatever you goes. And when Miley Cyrus, She has 24 years old. She's been liked about co-star of Hannah Montana there. The movie and the TV and the season shows about it started, and Noah and most special is mostly happened about. She was a guest star. She was been hot a lot about for concert, even though it started. The things the most started is taken as a yes. As you knew, and one of the things about 20,000 subscribers today. So you need to follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google Advice, and Twitch, and Tomolel, and Hangouts there on the photo shoot on Miley Cyrus, Emily Osment, and Young and Hungry, and Mitchell Musso's. I missed him. Jason Earls, almost getting 40. Moises Arias, his brother Leo, his brother Meggio, and Ray Cyrus, his daughter Miley, and his wife Tish here, and the Brooke Shields. She was 57. Supposed to be 57. She is old. But White Collar Today is knows about special guest stars about crime convention of action on investigating. Matt Bomer play as Neil Caffrey. She was being in love with to choose the 4 girls. It's kind of a reaction to call Alex and Allie and Kate Moreau. She's spending about 4 girls only. Spent about the best friends Dean Decay as Peter Burke, and Willie Garson as Mossy. As Aunt Mossy here was very most best friends ever. We take a lot of pilot to River today, and even beloved about the White Collar thing is most the 5 years last. 5 years past is most about seasoning the first 6 season. It's really good TV shows and movies. Kind of like that. So as the next character as ASS Donovan was, it seems about Lady Gaga was getting naked was considerations.
Really?
What he didn't know that what is it about. But most of the happened scenes like the nude each other wasn't photographers. Wasn't a been about for Alex and Fenn Runtrock. Was the former would be a lie about very most interesting about the first met before about Lady Gaga's on the Super Bowl day on the last 3 weeks ago. She seems like that about during the Dem at Telltales. When the Matt Bomer was seen about Super Bowl day mentioned, when the Gaga was been heard about, she's been almost about 31, and Orlando has 40. When the transformation from Davy Jones, he has been a captain of the Flying Dutchman. Is that's the most after the 10 years of At World's End. It seems about 20 years and about the seas. When the Wikipedia of Pirates of the Caribbean, when the war against piracy is about fleet away for 296 ships, they were most communicating. He was getting married for Elizabeth Turner. He was born there. She was getting pregnant. She was getting birth, having the baby. They mentioned that the 10 years later, the young Will Turner knows it has Henry. But even though more than the 10 years in the seas, they want to say surprised about the Henry Turner's about 20 years. His father William has 40. And Jack we recognize as Johnny Depp for co-star for the Lone Rangers. That was the 60 years. older read about Geoffrey Rush. Actually, drilling things about 80 of them. Hector Barbosa was Captain of the Queen Anne's Revenge, and the Black Pearl, and same as the ship, and same as the Pearl of Revenge, frigate, and galleon, and the Flying Dutchman is back, captained by Will Turner. So if you enjoy it, don't forget to watch it on WWE Championship SmackDown on 8 o'clock, and Freeform, Shadowhunters, 2nd season, and we can watch this on Freeform, and USA WWE Championship on SmackDown. Again, it's about 3 years old, and we were kids. Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. That says, they have little kids. They have little kids. I'm amazed. Don't forget to subscribe to my contests. Follow on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, and situation like gaming channels, Juggy Store in Elma, New Jersey State, and gaming channels on compile state on online computers and laptops today. And those are the gamer sales that make up 150,000 viewers today. And Hangouts and Tomalel today on the Play Store, Google Play. So follow subscription of friends there on Jugger Nuggets, Big Brother, Jordy Stahlbarger, Kid Behind the Camera, Bridget West, The Angry Grandpa Shows, Grandpa's Corner, Isaac Dad, Joe Bum, Larry's Lounge, Manicorn, Julie Riley, Crocodile Buzz, and Paysaga Aunts, Paysaga Uncles, and Melissa, Paysaga Mom here, Bull Squad, Creed, Team Creed, Reagan Dad, Roman Edwards, and Wings, and Prince vs. Pring, BF vs. GF, Human TV, Jackson and Doherty, Shaman TV, and Elliot Giles, Ben Phillips here, Ben and Justin Furlander, Captain, Derek Diesel, Diesel's Daily, Cubic Guy, The Cubic Guy Live, Horrible Gamer, Nest Booth, Life of Book, and Space Jam Gardens, and Moco here, The Boo Show, and the pranks videos here, and we're here about Fasolita here with Derek's girlfriend, and Alexander Lerman, Ronnie T. Jackson, Logan Lerman, Lansing the Lucas Lerman, and Dean Collins, Michael Rappaport, Jake Aba, Hollywood, Jim Perrick, and Leva Rambin, Alessandra Daddario, Forever Alice Anna, Daddaria Alessandra, Alison Daddario topic today, and Margaret Robbie, and William Macy, and Carl Penn, to John Choi today. So don't forget to subscription today, all your friends there. So don't forget to feel free today if you likes. So don't forget to watching on Tony Tornado Instagram live today. Don't forget to keep it rigid.